Welcome to the ninth edition of the JLU International Festival of Media, hosted and curated by the Faculty of Media and Social Sciences at Jagran Lake City University. I'm your host, Ada Ahmed, and today we're joined by a true visionary in AI driven events, Mr. Sachin Dutt Sharda. He's the founder and CEO of Sameety. We are welcome, sir.
Thanks, Aditi.
So, my first question to you would be about your journey. So, you worked across various domains and then eventually founded Sameety. So, why Sameety?
So I think the roots uh, for the problem that that we are trying to solve with Sameety were visible, even when I was working as event manager. The problem was simple that we spend a lot of time building an event, but we end up just taking away the guest sheet. So the idea was that can we make it a little more measurable, and can we make it a lot more easier to deploy those solutions. And then, after my MBA and a stint with Tata Group, then there came an opportunity where there was a option to build something like that, and especially after COVID, we realized that probably we will need such solutions. So that's how Samiti came into existence. But it's
That's
trying to solve a problem that has been there for a very long time.
That's incredible. So, my next question is AI is everywhere right now. How do you decide where AI actually adds value in events rather than just being used because it's trending?
I think there are two use cases of AI, or maybe you can look at it as a framework to see that if AI is going to add value. While events do have a novelty factor because you're trying to create a new experience every time for people, something they have not seen before. But I think the true value of AI can be leveraged if you look at from two perspectives. One is that is it going to help us saving man hours? So whether it's your design, it's understanding the concepts, or it is building stages or experiences, doing research, maybe AI is going to probably free up a lot of man hours or human hours in that case. The second part will come into that can we build special solutions that can use the data and make much more personalized experiences for the guests as they come. So whether it is using crowd analytics to know that how the crowd moves, how can we optimize the layout, what was a dwell time, engagement time for people at a expo, or simply identifying who are a brand's high intent visitors from the hundreds who have visited. So all these cases, I think is where the AI is going to be. So essentially, we should look at AI from the perspective that can it help us learn something about an event that will make the next one better.
Okay, so building on that, as AI becomes more integrated into events, how do we make sure that the human connection and creativity don't get lost?
I think maybe for a lot of other industries that might be a challenge, but in events, it probably is still going to be led by the design of the space, design of the experiences, and the physical touch points that have been created. So you will create the experience, and AI will help you building it up. AI will help you measure it. So I think this is where the creativity will probably retain its importance, and maybe it will become even more important as everyone will have access to the similar tools. Like everyone can have access to the same Claude or Chat GPT or a Mid Journey that you're using, but the original thought of what to ask it to create is something that is probably going to differentiate people who are doing probably who are leading this change, and probably who will be still using chat gpt or AI solution just as a glorified search engine.
Would you like to enlighten us about some tools?
I think for while at individual level, people are using tools for each category. It's for research or any kind of text. It is ChatGPT and Claude are very are known. Then building applications, Claude and Gemini are being used. Cursor is also another thing that people use to build applications for specifically for that event. So the time taken to build that is very less. Then the visualizers, whether Mid Journey, etc., they are being used for visualizing the content, the stage, etc. And then, of course, something like a Hugs field and all, these are being used for the for video generation. But eventually, it is also going to be that who is using the content. Uh, Events has multiple layers of approvals, especially when you're talking about the corporates required. So, how do we use AI to manage those approvals, to manage those inputs, and maybe brand compliance will also become much easier with these AI tools. So, like Nano Banana is able to understand the brand compliance better than most. So maybe the brand compliant designs would become more easier.
Okay. So, looking ahead, how do you see events evolving in the next few years with AI in the picture?
To me, it seems like that in-person experiences are going to see a very strong growth as we become more and more digital native. We spend more and more time interacting, working on digital tools like phones, laptops, etc. And with AI integration, more we spend on it, more we'll crave for personal experiences and as or in-person experiences. That's why the industries has seen a growth of 40% year on year. So, in my opinion, with AI becoming, maybe event managers would be able to get a little more time. They would be able to turn around things much quicker, and they would also be able to provide the value, measure the value that they have provided. So this is how I think AI is going to affect. One, it's going to increase the demand, and then it's also going to increase the capacity to meet that demand.
And just final question would be that from your experience, what is the right approach to AI for students and young professionals looking to work in this industry?
So any student who thinks that they need to learn one tool is probably not going to be a right approach. As we move forward, there are going to be more and more specialized tools that will come in, or you will build your own tools using your proprietary data and your frameworks. Understanding AI, how it works, how it generates content, how and what are its limitations, and how we can make it secure when using it. So these are the things that I think that a student or anyone trying to work with AI at their work should try to focus on. Tools will keep on changing, tools will keep on improving, but the first principle approach probably is going to remain the same. So maybe gathering your own intelligence, gathering your own data, learning how you can optimize your output using AI is probably going to be my suggestion, and not worry about the tools.
Okay. So thank you so much, sir, for joining us and for
Thank you.
sharing your incredible insights with us today. It was my absolute honor to have this conversation with you. For more such insightful conversations, keep watching Lake City Live.